Hey guys, it's me again. Wanted to come on and just say a couple things about a few things that I heard over the weekend. It seems like every day there's something new that comes out, and more proof and more evidence of why this country is getting so screwed up and why the people in power should not be in power. The Border Patrol came out and said that they were told to lie about the terrorist threats coming into this nation, the numbers coming into this nation, and everything. Basically, lie to the American public about what's going on the border. That is so wrong and so brutal, and that right there should be, for me, they should be prosecuted and put in jail. That is literally sentencing people to death. You know, as far as the government goes, the whole point of them is to be for the people, to stand up for the people, to make decisions for the people. You're standing there and you're lying to the people and making other people lie to the people, to you, to me, to everybody. And you're lying about terrorists, about the people that caused 9/11, the people that have blown up buildings. These are brutal people. This could cost thousands of lives, this lie. You know, I've always said, I mean, if you were going to attack America, right now is the time to do it. We are so divided and so separated and so weak that if right now America, all the other world leaders, I mean, they're watching what happens over here. They're watching the weakness. They're watching the withdrawal from Afghanistan. You know, in the last 4 years, whether you think so or not, I mean, it's not just a coincidence. Wars overseas have started. Why did they start? Because they knew we weren't going to do anything. They knew right now is the time to attack. There's no power over there. There's no strength. There's no nothing. They got a bunch of morons running everything, and there's no consequences for anything we do, so let's go. And my worry is that that's going to grow. Like I said, it's like a little kid. They're going to push you as far as they can push you until you put your foot down and say, stop. That's basic parenting 101. And that's what's happening with this country. They're going to push us and push us and push us until we say stop. And we're not saying stop. Nobody got fired on the Afghanistan withdrawal. Nobody got fired on the Russia collusion thing. Nobody got fired with the FBI, all the lies in the FBI. There's no punishment. There's no consequences for anything. We don't do anything. Because that's not the way the Democratic Party works. All these people are tied in so thickly, and they need every person that they can get to keep their agenda moving the way it is. And it's sad and so disrespectful and so embarrassing that they would come out and say something like that to the Border Patrol and lie to the people, lie to us. We are the ones that they represent. We are the ones that they are supposed to protect. This country, they are supposed to protect this country. And they told them to lie to us about the terrorist threats coming in here. That is just brutal. And that should eliminate anybody from running for president right there. That is completely backwards from what a president should do. And not only that, Mark Zuckerberg. I didn't like Mark Zuckerberg. You know, and I didn't like him just because of the way he was. Again, I don't want people to think that I'm left or right or anything, because I am all about this country. Like I said, if a Democrat came out, it doesn't matter what you are. If you came out and you spoke and I felt you, Tulsi Gabbard, I love that woman. Because when she talks, I can feel it, and she has no problem standing up for what she believes in, and she believes in the people. You can feel it when she talks. She talks about the people, and she wants this country to be better. And I love that woman for that. And she was a Democrat. And I liked her when she was a Democrat. I loved her. And I used to say that, like, she's awesome. Like, that's a woman I would vote for. Because her main goal and purpose is making this country better and doing what's right for the people. It's just dumbfounding to me. I mean, like I said, Mark Zuckerberg came out and said that he also was told to lie about COVID. Again, these are the people running this country, telling these people to lie to the people. To lie to the people that they're supposed to be keeping safe. To lie to the people that they're supposed to be making a better life for. To lie to the people that occupy this country, that give them their jobs. And that's just crazy to me. I think I said it in my last video, you know, I saw Kamala Harris on, and I'm glad she did it. She went on Oprah, and I thought that was one of, if you were watching that and you thought that she looked like a leader of a nation, then you must have been drunk, because that was, I'm glad she did that, because her true colors came out and she was throwing out word salads, didn't make any sense. You know, the way she moves, it's all a big act. And then they throw in all these stars. They throw in all these movie stars, Julia Roberts, and, you know, and I'm so sick of that. Like, if you vote for somebody because Julia Roberts is voting for somebody, then you have no business voting in this country. You're ruining people's lives because you want to vote for Julia Roberts. That doesn't even make any sense to me. I don't know why anybody would do that. But anyways, that's what the Democrats do. They bring out, it was a whole big scripted show. And that's what Oprah is. She's a show. And she brought out all these people so that she could say, look at all the movie stars that are voting for Kamala. And, you know, don't use your platform to influence people to do something else. Be an actor. That's what you are. You're an actor. And it ruins it for me. I liked Julia Roberts. Now I don't. Taylor Swift, I didn't like her, but I didn't care. Now I can't stand her. You know, because again, when these people vote for somebody because Taylor Swift voted for him, what are you going to do when you're wrong? Oops, sorry, I got you 14,000 votes and we were wrong. I apologize. You're ruining this country. This is not a game. This is not something fun for everybody. Like, oh, let's vote for. This is America. This is life changing. This is history. This could be the end of this country. This could, if we look back 20 years from now, we could say these were the years that changed America forever. That's how serious this is. This could be history. Hundreds of years from now, they could look back to the year 2024. That is when America changed. You know, 1942, that's when the World War was going on. This could be one of those dates, one of those moments. This is so critical and so real, and it's got to be done right. You know, I really hope people wake up and look at what's real. You cannot vote for somebody because they're a black female. That makes zero sense. You can't vote for somebody because somebody else is voting for somebody. You can't. Be yourself. Do what's right. Do what you think is in best interest for this country. We don't have the best options right now. I'm not going to say Donald Trump is the best guy in the world, but he is the only option we have at this point because of the way politics go. And right now, he is what's best for this country. And you know what? We need somebody to go ruffle the feathers and break things up and change politics in the Capitol. Because these people are so inbred and so, they've got their hooks so deep. We got to start pulling them out one at a time and get these people out of here. They have way too much control. You know, and all the things they do, I mean, the inflation, just again, look at the last 4 years. Inflation, gas prices, Russia dossier, weaponizing the justice system. Brett Kavanaugh, they called him a rapist. They called him, you know, they'll ruin anybody's life that stands up against them. Anybody at all. If you stand against us, we will come for you. That's not the way to run a country. You know, and it's totally opposite of the way they run the country. They want to be in politics, so they will crucify you. But when it comes to the actual country, they don't do anything. And that's just crazy. You know, they lie. Like I said, Joe Biden, when he was standing on that debate stage, they said, oh, no one's ever been killed on my watch. What about the 13 soldiers that died when you withdrew out of Afghanistan? You know, and really think about that. Think about those parents. Imagine losing your kid over a politician and the choice that they made. Something so stupid. That was so embarrassing. That was such a disgrace to this country to watch that happen on national television and leave all of our equipment over there and arm them with millions and billions of dollars of equipment. You know, I think I said in one of my other videos, if you look at an Afghan soldier now, they look like an American soldier because they're wearing all American gear. You know, all of these lies that these people, you know, and the other thing is too, like the wokeness. Oh my God, just everything, the wokeness and the the gay rights and the just in your face, down your throat. When I was a kid, everybody, there's gonna be racism, period. That's just gonna be part of society. Yes, we need to get it under control. Yes, it needs to be better. No, it is not right. But I'll tell you right now, when I was a kid, it was not nearly as bad as it is today. Today, they throw it in your face. It's a constant conversation. Every time they use that word, it brings it up. And all this wokeness, this stuff is crazy. A perfect example is when Donald Trump got shot in the ear. The Secret Service, the lady that was running it, I can't remember her name right off the bat, but I watched a whole bunch of stuff on her. I didn't even know at that time who was in charge of the Secret Service, and I kid you not. When that whole thing went down and my wife was sitting right there, first thing I said was, look at all the women that are on the Secret Service. Which, again, fine, there's women. I don't care. There's some bad women, some awesome women that have kicked yours, everybody's butt. But that's not what she was about. This lady was, and she said it herself, she wants to get more women in, she wants to get more of this and that. And it was all about being woke and being, and we need qualified people. You can't just hire someone because they're a woman. You need to hire the person that's best for the job. Men playing women's sports, that's not right. Democrat, Republican, whoever you are, that's not right. Genetically, men are stronger than women. Women are stronger than men in some areas. But men are genetically, physically stronger than women, and it's been proven. Look at the swimmer that just smoked all the women. Why would you do that? If your daughter was playing in that sport, but no one ever thinks about that stuff. Your daughter has been working her whole life to be an Olympic swimmer and win a championship. And then a man comes along that says he's a woman and just smashes her when she was number one. Is that fair? Are you going to be okay with that? No. And it's not right. Men compete with men, women compete with women. In the men's division, he sucked. In the women's division, he's a hero. That's just basic math. And you don't need any more proof than that. That's perfect example. I don't think that whole thing with Donald Trump was the biggest disaster fiasco I've ever seen in my life. They didn't have anything. I mean, the man, if you look at the big picture, the man was sitting on top of the only damn roof that didn't have a Secret Service agent on it, the only damn roof that had a line of sight to where he was at, the only roof, the one that should have been covered. And he gets up there and gets a shot off. Almost killed him. What an S show. That's just crazy. And that's because we did not have qualified people where they needed to be, doing what they needed to be doing, protecting who they needed to protect. They play games with this stuff. Joe Biden didn't want to give Donald Trump the protection. And then he's slowly but surely giving him more and more. The guy's had 2 attempts on his life. And with all the rhetoric that you guys say and all the things that are being said back and forth, they should both have protection. The same amount, full to the max. This has just got to stop. Again, I want to just go over it real quickly. You guys, look at our country today. Look at what they've been doing. Lies, deceiving, illusions, just manipulation. They will say whatever they need to say. Kamala Harris has flip-flop on every idea she's ever had to say whatever it is that she needs to say to get you to give her vote. She wants to have illegal immigrants get credit lines on houses, give them free phones, put them up in hotel rooms, fly them to places for free. Me and you pay for that. That's more money out of our pocket. And just simple, again, we need reform. We need immigration reform. We need to figure out how to make it work. We don't need one extreme or the other, but you should not be allowed in this country without being a valid, upstanding, tax-paying citizen that is on record. So if John Gonzalez goes and shoots somebody, we know who he is and we can find him. He's not some illegal immigrant without an identity. For a terrorist, for a bad guy, Why wouldn't you come to America? I can go over there and be nobody and kill whoever I want. They can't find me because I got no ID, and they're going to pay me for it. And they're going to put me up in a hotel room. You know, it's crazy the way that we think. You know, this stuff stretches all the way to the FBI. Look what the FBI did with the Russia collusion and all the stuff there. You know, look at the Secret Service, the wokeness. You know, look at the Border Patrol making them tell lies. Look at Mark Zuckerberg making Facebook tell lies. Look at the inflation. Look at the gas. You know, look at the assassination attempts on Trump. You know, look at the wars overseas. You know, look at the withdrawal in Afghanistan. Look at the 13 dead soldiers. Look at the you know, the wokeness. All of this stuff, you know. Joe Biden, for example, too. Joe Biden. The man was senile when he ran for president. Again, guys, please listen to me and really use your heads here and think. When Joe Biden ran for president, he was literally losing his marbles. We could see that from the 10 to 15 seconds we saw him on TV. And it slowly, you know, they never had him on TV. They wouldn't let him run during the presidential debates and stuff like that. When he was running for president with Donald Trump, he hid in the basement. And it's true. And that's why. Just do the simple math on it. Never saw him, never came out. Everybody was wondering why he never did interviews, why he never came around. Same thing when he was president. Didn't come on very much. And when he did, it was questioned, like, what's wrong with him? Why does he look like that? Slowly and surely, it got worse and worse. All of these people that were in power knew that this was going on. These are people that spend every day, every moment with him. And they see him every single day. And they knew, and they lied. Again. All they do is lie. You know, simply the Border Patrol thing and the Mark Zuckerberg thing. And to me, that's enough. That is just bold-faced criminal to me. To lie to the American people and tell them that everything's okay when you've got terrorists pouring into this country. Lie to them. Tell them that no terrorists are coming over here. You know, we got to get our stuff together, man. I mean, right now, we have to stop the people that are in power. Watch the Oprah Winfrey thing. You know, and I know you probably, for those of you that like Kamala Harris, you're going to want to believe what comes out of her mouth. But really watch her. Really see if you can feel what she says. Really watch the way she moves. It's all an act. Listen to her responses. They don't make any sense. And she's scrambling and you can see the wheels turning. She's like a little girl. You know, this woman cannot run the country. And like I said, if she does, and she does get voted in because they are going to cheat. And if they can cheat enough, she will win. I think the Democrats are in for a rude awakening because I don't think it's going to go the way that they think it's going to go either. I think she's going to go against everybody. She wants power. She wants that power. She was a nobody. She came from nowhere. And look at me now. I'm the president of the United States and nobody's going to tell me shish. And that's what it's going to be. You know, we gotta get this together, guys. We gotta please talk to people. Put the word out there. I talk to people, you know, and like I said, you know, try to be kind to people. Try to come across in a way. Don't attack each other. We are the people. We got to come together. The bottom line is we got to come together. We do. We have to get our heads out of our butts and take this country back and do whatever we have to do. We are the majority here. There's millions and millions of us and only hundreds of them. We can do this, and we got to do it right, and we got to take it back. We got to get this country back. We cannot allow the lying, the manipulating, the all of it. It's got to stop. I'm so worried for my kids and for our future and for this country that I love, this country that I was born in. I wasn't born here, but where I was raised. You know, I do. I love this country. Really think about this country. Look at the other third world countries, man. We do have it good. You know, where else can you go play a sport that you love and make more money than a doctor? You know, that's the thing that kills me when you see these NFL players taking a knee during the national anthem. That's the last person on this planet that should ever take a knee during the national anthem. You are the epitome of the American dream. You play a sport that you love, doing what you love to do, making more money than any of us could ever hope to make, because of the people that died for this country in these wars, and you take a knee during their song, that to me is just spitting in America's face, spitting in those soldiers' faces. They fought for this country to give you the freedom to do what you love. Anyways, guys, I just had to say that. And I know I get a little more hot as these videos go along, but it just keeps going, and it's got to stop, and we got to stop it somehow. It just tears at my heartstrings. It just really does. And I want us to come together and make this country great again. Say what you want about MAGA, but it's a great phrase. Make America great again. We really need to do that. And we need to come together and do it together. And it starts by your voice, and it starts by your vote, and it starts by talking to people, and it starts by just getting the word out there and trying to make people understand, and trying to make people listen, and trying to make people be real and not follow the crowd, and be an individual and stand up for you and what you believe in. Don't vote for somebody because an actor voted for them. Don't vote for somebody because they're a black female. Don't vote for somebody because you're a Democrat and that's the way it's supposed to go. So, thanks for listening, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.